Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Have you ever been dating a guy a while and you're having a good time? You thought the relationship was going well, but you weren't really sure where he was at. Or maybe you were dating him and all of a sudden he started pulling away. And you wanted to have that talk, but you didn't want to appear desperate or needy. Well, if so, I want you to pay close attention because this video is for you. See, one of the reasons why we tend to avoid asking those questions is because we're afraid of the answer. We're afraid that if we ask the question, we might not get the answer we really want, or we're afraid that they're going to think something about us. So what we're going to talk about today is a way to have that conversation so that you stand in your power, so that you get your truth without wasting more of your valuable time. So there are 3 important things that you must do if you're going to have that conversation in a healthy way, which will allow the guy to step up and show you if he's the right guy for you. Okay? So the first thing is you want to get permission. Okay? You don't just want to come out of the blue and start blasting him and start interrogating him, because I promise you, that's going to send him running for the hills. So the first thing you want to do is simply say, hey, can I talk to you about something? Because right then and there, you are honoring him. You're not forcing your will on him. And what he's going to hear and what he's going to feel is that you're respecting him and you're giving him permission to say if he wants to participate or not. Now, I can promise you, if you do that and a guy hears that concern in your voice and he's a man and he's really interested in having a relationship with you, he's going to go, sure, what's up? And now you've begun the process. And the second question is to ask from a place of curiosity. See, one of the things when we ask a question is we ask looking for a specific answer. We want to get the answer that we're looking back for. So it's kind of like this, is that you're in a relationship with a guy and you want the certainty that he's in the relationship and he wants the same thing. So you're just kind of like, where are we going? And I'm curious, do you want to be in this relationship? And the guy's like, whoa, wait a minute. He feels attacked. He feels that you have an agenda. And that's when he picks up on that desperate, needy energy. So what you want to do is simply say, hey, I'm just curious. I noticed you started pulling away, or I feel like you started pulling away, or, I feel like something's different. You want to try and talk about your feelings and what's going on for you. You don't want to tell him what he's doing, but explain, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm noticing. And when you do that, if he's the right guy, he's going to sit and say, yeah, you know what? This is what's going on with me. I had some stuff coming up, or, I'm confused. He's going to share his truth. You might not like it, but also you're going to respect him because he's sharing his truth. Now, the biggest thing is once you do that, you ask from a place of curiosity, what you want to do is you want to sit back and you want to have no expectations whatsoever. You want to listen to his answer. You want to dialogue. You want to communicate with him. You want to create the space where you allow him to express his thoughts and feelings. Because I know you think, us guys, we can't talk. We don't have feelings. We don't have emotions. We're only interested in one thing. I know that you really think that about us, but, it's really not true for a lot of us men. We want to communicate. We've never learned how to, because we've been taught, to be men and to go out there and provide and do all this manly stuff. But we've never been given the space to allow us to be, who we really are and to express our thoughts. So if you do that and you don't expect anything from him, you're going to create the space and he's going to feel this. It's an energetic thing where it's like, wow, she's really interested in what's going on for me. I'm not going to be judged. I'm not going to be made wrong if I tell her what she doesn't want to hear. And if you do that, you're going to create a space for him to show you what he thinks and what he feels. And that's really important. So when you get rid of your expectations, you're going to get to the truth. Now, once you get to the truth, the beauty is you've gotten to the truth. Now you get to decide. So if he's confused and needs to figure it out, you decide if you want to give him more time. If he's saying that he can't commit and something's coming up, well, you've got the truth now. Now you can say, okay, you know what? I appreciate that. Thanks for being honest, but I got to go because I got to go find the guy who's going to commit to me. So the purpose of communication is always to get to the truth. So when you have these talks, the tough talks, the talks that you don't want to have, it's real important that you make it your goal to get to the truth. So I have a phrase that's never ask a question if you're afraid to hear the answer. Because if you're afraid to hear the answer, don't have the conversation because you're not ready for it. But if you're at that point where you're in your power and you're ready for that awesome relationship, then you can sit back and follow these 3 tips, which will help you get to the truth quicker, easier, and faster. And when you do that, then you're in position to decide what you want to do. So, note again, this was a lot for you. I want you to go back and watch this again and really look at how you've done things in the past. Maybe you're in that situation now where you need to have the talk but you've been putting it off, or you didn't know how to have it because you're afraid of scaring away, and see how this can help you in your journey. And once you do that, go ahead and put your question, comments, and feedback in the box below. As always, an honor, privilege to be with you. I'll see you next time. Much love.